Welcome to yoga. And we're going to begin today with setting an intention for the class. And if you haven't grabbed water, get some. Have it available and set an intention for the class. We'll be repeating this intention throughout the class many times. And in case I don't repeat it sometimes, you repeat it in your head. In present times, 3 times. As I am ... Whatever that intention might be. And tuning into your breath. Begin incorporating that belly breathing. Inhaling, extending the belly forward. Exhaling, belly towards the spine. Begin bringing the arms up as you inhale and exhale, fold them down. At your own pace, matching breath with movement. So the entire length of the inhale, hands are moving up. The entire length of the exhale, arms all the way down. Like ocean waves. It's a mermaid thing. And let's make a transition into tabletop, wherever you are. Tabletop. Spreading fingertips wide apart from each other. Each time we are putting any kind of a weight onto the hands, we want to spread fingertips in order to protect the wrists. Inhale, the face and the tailbone are going towards the sky. Exhale, round the back, push the mat away. Same thing like what we did with the arms, matching breath with movement. Wow, you fully inhale, lifting the tailbone and the face. Wow, you fully exhale, rounding the back, pushing the mat away, spreading the shoulder blades apart from each other. Keep flowing with the breath at your own pace. On the next inhale, elevate the right arm. And exhale, thread the needle underneath the left. Pressing the right shoulder down and pressing with the left hand into the mat, making rotation in the spine. And here the breath is probably restricted, so you want to force it in all the way to the belly. Inhale, right arm up, float it down, and let's elevate the left one with inhale. Left shoulder down, thread the needle with the left arm underneath the right, push the mat away with the right hand, forcing the breath all the way down to the bottom of the belly. And when you're ready, inhale yourself back up, left arm up towards the sky, and back to tabletop. Tug the toes, Spread fingertips wide and lift up, downward facing dog, tailbone towards the sky, elevating very, very far away from the heels. Chest is pressed towards the thighs, actively pushing the mat away with the hands. Breathe. Full inhale and full exhale. Walk the feet towards the hands. Once you reach somewhere closer to the hands, let the hands go and let them hang. Maybe grab opposite elbows, moving left and right. Begin peeling yourself up into standing, one vertebra at a time. Once you're on the top, do a few shoulder rolls back. Grounding through all four corners of the feet. Inhaling, hands all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, spreading fingertips wide and move into downward facing dog. Push the mat away actively with hands. Inhale yourself into plank. Body is flat as a board. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push the mat away. Look forward and place the left foot forward towards the left hand. Plant the right heel down. Elevating right arm up towards the sky. Make sure the right foot is really planted with heel on the ground. Engage the core and lift yourself on inhale into warrior two. Hands on two sides. Track the left knee behind the left ankle. Notice if your arms are on the same level or one is higher. Your body is flat as it's between two pieces of glass. Tuck the tailbone slightly and extend the chest higher. Left arm goes down towards the left foot as the right one stays up. Use core, and even though you're using core, you still sending the breath all the way down to the bottom of the lungs, so the belly is moving forward on inhale. Inhale into warrior two again. And let's shift the position of the feet. Left foot goes in, right one goes out into warrior two on the other side. Right leg forward. Looking beyond the right fingertips, notice if the arms are on the same level. Strong core, lifting the chest. Track the right knee behind the right ankle. Right arm goes down, left one goes up. Strong core here. And keep sending the breath into the bottoms of the lungs. Always checking with the breath. If you're out of the breath, you're holding too long or you're too deep in a pose, inhale yourself back up into warrior two. Once more, right arm goes down, left one up. Left arm goes to meet the right. And then walk the arms forward, the hands. Arms, hands, potato, potato. Place the heels outwards and toes towards you so the feet are parallel to each other. Parallel. And begin walking the hands behind you with fingertips pointed back, palms are down. Push the mat away, spacing out the shoulder blades. Change the position of the fingers, pointing them forward, and begin walking the fingers forward. Forward. About 2 feet away from you. And then straighten the arms. Pushing the chest towards, between the legs, towards the thighs, towards the knees. Walk the hands towards each other and place the right one on top of the left. The legs are straighter, so adjust accordingly if you have to widen the stand between the feet or shorten it. Long extension from the fingers to the tailbone. Let's change the position of the palms. So right hand down, left one on top of the right. And whatever you are here, begin walking the hands maybe towards you a little bit and the legs back. Find yourself in downward facing dog. Hands and knees. Underneath you into a tabletop. If you have any kind of, we're moving into tabletop. If you have any kind of wrist sensation while you're in a tabletop or downward facing dog or anything that has to do with putting weight on the arms, spreading fingertips apart will help, or even better, being on the fists. I see some are not in tabletop yet. Tabletop. All right. Extending through the right leg, straight behind us. Off the ground, probably maybe on the head height. Breathe. And notice if you're collapsing a little bit more on the right side of the core. Move the leg far apart. As a matter of fact, flex the toes and extend through the heel. Shoulders out of the ears. On exhalation, we'll move the knee towards the chin and the chin towards the knee. Rounding the back. Keep pushing the mat away here with the hands. Inhale back to that previous pose. exhale, once again, knee towards the chin. And find yourself in tabletop. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, extending through the left leg straight back. And notice if when the left leg is up, you're collapsing from one side of the core. So think about the heel being equally apart from the two shoulders. Shoulders off of the ears, flex the toes, the foot, the left foot, and then left heel far away from both shoulders at the same time. Keep sending the breath into the belly. Left knee towards the chin and chin towards the knee. And once again, extend. Back to regular tabletop. Tuck the toes, lifting downward facing dog. Pushing the mat away with the hands. Chest towards the thighs. Heels are going towards the mat, extending real good the backs of the legs. Ideally, stare at your navel or thighs. Look forward and place left foot forward towards the left hand. Plant the right heel down for support. Engage the core and lead with the face and arms lifting up. Warrior One. Place the hands into prayer in front of you. Lean forward and move right elbow towards the left knee. Keep breathing into the belly even though you're engaging core. Inhaling back into Warrior One. With kneeling hands down, downward facing dog. Elevate the left leg behind you and flare it towards the right. And look at the left foot underneath your right arm. Stretching really good, entire left side. Back to regular downward facing dog. Look forward, place the right foot forward this time. Plant the left heel and leading with the face and arms, lifting Warrior One on this side. I don't know what happened to the music here. It's weird how it stopped. Okay. Hands into the heart center, into prayer. We'll move left elbow towards the towards the right knee. Breathe here. Maybe the breath is restricted and you want to force it in. Inhaling yourself back up into Warrior One. With your hands down, facing dog. Elevate right foot this time behind you and flare it towards the left. Real good. Extending the entire right side. And back to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here and remind yourself what was your intention from the beginning of the class. Repeat it 3 times in your head in present time while you're pushing the mat away. Ideally, stare at your navel
Heels are going towards the ground. If you don't remember your intention from the beginning of the class, that's okay, it happens. Just come up with a new one. Inhale yourself into plank.
Elbows in as you're lowering chaturanga. Inhale up dog or cobra and exhale back to downward facing dog. Once again.
First, make sure that you're really pushing the matamboy and tailbones towards the sky. And then once again, inhale into plank.
Ride the breath down. Inhale up dog or cobra. It's okay to stay in downward facing dog if you're tired.
And walk the feet towards the hands. Hanging there like in the beginning of the class. Very slowly start peeling yourself up. Inhaling all the way up.
Shoulder rolls at the end. Back. Inhaling, hands up, above you, and exhale, forward fold.
Plant the hands, walk or jump the feet into downward facing dog.
Inhale into plank. Exhale, elbows in, lower in. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, plant the left heel forward towards the hands. And then keep the right heel up this time, so you're on the ball of the right foot. Inhale yourself into lunge. And then move left arm forward, right one behind towards you. And then find eagle arms. Or hug yourself if eagle arms is not easy. Move halfway through with the right foot forward. Just gonna move a little back. Detach right foot from the ground. And then begin wrapping it around the left, I'm sorry. Or just lift it up if wrapping doesn't work. Oopsie. If you do lotus balance, very slowly getting back into the pose. Letting go, inhaling arms up towards the sky and exhale, forward fold.
Plant the hands and walk or jump the feet into downward facing dog.
Inhale into plank, lowering chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale to up dog or cobra and back to
Downward facing dog on exhalation.
move forward with the right foot this time. Left heel is up. Elevating arms up towards the sky. Right in front of the left and eagle on the other side now. Or just hug yourself. Move forward with the back foot about halfway. I'm going to move back with the front. And then wrapping the left leg around the right one this time. Where is the breath? And when you're ready, both feet on the mat, extending arms up towards the sky. Tuck in the tailbone and make the knees shy of lock. So strong legs as you're leaning back. Keep sending the breath to the belly. And forward fold. Find yourself sitting on the mat. Extend the legs in front of you straight. Moving towards the toes and use the hands for leverage behind you to keep your spine straighter. Using the inhalation to gain length in the spine and the exhalation to get us closer towards the toes. And flex the toes. So again, use that micro pulsation in order to get deeper in the pose slowly. So inhale, slightly back up, gaining length. Exhaling, moving towards the toes. And then begin walking the hands forward towards the feet. Starting from the lower back, getting closer to the thighs, and then the chest moving lower, and then finally neck and face moving down, folding. Full breath. Here the breath is a little bit restricted. Maybe move it on the backs of the lungs, but send it all the way down. Full breath. Very expansive, full breath. Very slowly begin peeling yourself or sneaking out of the pose. Very, very, very slowly. Get a hold of the right foot and place it on the left thigh. If it's difficult, maybe on the inner left thigh. Place the arms behind you for support and begin folding towards the left toes. Where is the breath? Is it existing? And when you're ready, inhale yourself up and get the same right foot and then place it next to you on the back. So the knees are close to each other and then you're on the top of the right foot. So just make sure that it's not like on the side like this. You want to be on top of the foot with toes pointed back in order to protect the knee. And then maybe even make a little bit bigger distance between left and right knee. It will be easier. And then begin lowering yourself. Notice that first edge is like,
Stop there and take few breaths. Then sneak some more in. So here also be cautious about your lower back. If you find anything like this where you're arching the back, you want to kind of tuck in the tailbone to protect the lower back. And we're in different bodies every day, so sometimes you might be going all the way down, sometimes halfway. It doesn't matter, just use the breath to tell you how far you should be going today. And then breathe. Full breath. Oh, I can just fall asleep like that. When you're ready to come out very slowly, anytime you're dealing with big groups of muscles like the legs, they're powerhouse of muscles. Very strong, so you don't want them to snap right back in. So very slowly getting out of a pose. Slowly lifting up. Preferably on inhale. And we'll get right foot straight in front of us, and then the left foot will go on the top of the right thigh or on the inner thigh. It might be very different from the other side. We often have differences between left and right. Use the arms behind you for support to keep the spine straighter. And then begin leaning forward towards the right toes. Where is the breath? Maybe here you need to move it on the backs of the lungs. For some reason, this side feels a lot easier for me than the other side, and there's not that much tension. Typical differences between the sides. And I'm okay with that, no judgment, just noticing. When you're ready to come out, slowly back up and get a hold of the left foot and place it behind you with the top of the foot back. You're on top of the foot with the toes back, so try not to have it on the side like this, but instead on top. See if you have to make a little bit more distance between the knees, would it be easier? Then begin lowering. Find the first edge and just laugh at it. Or just breathe. And then eventually find your way. Just make sure that you always tuck in the tailbone. Finding yourself lowering. Grab my hair. Let my hair go. Slowly begin sneaking out of the pose. Remember, take your time so the muscles don't snap right back in. And then eventually find your way into sitting and having the feet in front of you, about like a foot away. And then use the elbows to lower the knees perhaps.
leaning forward, straighter spine, and begin curving it from the lower back, then mid back, and then finally face. Maybe let go of the elbows, being on the ankles, and then just begin folding your head towards the feet. Keep everything folded as you look towards your left. Relax the shoulders, especially the right one. Then look towards the right. Relax both shoulders, especially the left one here. Face back towards the middle. And when you're ready, very slowly begin with the head. Lifting up the head, then lifting up the top part of the spine, then the middle part of the spine, kind of like how we got it, we're getting out the same way. And then find your knees together. And then find yourself into laying down. Hugging the knees. Just keep them close to your chest. I'm gonna scoop down. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Shoulders away from the head. Neck is strong and straight as it's part of the spine. Moving left and right with the knees. Keep the chin tucked so you could incorporate neck also, hopefully. Place the feet on the mat. Palms are down towards the ground. And then we're going to begin elevating the hips just a little bit, and then find your way into walking the shoulders back and towards each other. Lifting in a bridge, but like halfway from what you can. And then make sure you feel most of the weight on the shoulders and not so much on the neck. And that could be like real challenging for people with long necks, like mine. Just have to keep pressing the shoulders down so you can have more weight on them. Maybe even interlace hands underneath you and lift up the hips higher. Make sure you're not looking left or right to put extra tension on the neck. And when you're ready, begin lowering slowly. Let go of the interlacing of the hands if you have. Elevate the left leg up towards the sky. And place the left leg back down. Elevate the right leg back towards the sky. Not back, but like up towards the sky. And then breathe. Where is the breath? When you start incorporating core, the breath becomes immediately restricted unless you're very self-conscious about it. Now just keep pushing it into the belly. Actually, that makes the core even stronger. Yeah. Go up with the left leg and meet the right.
Right one goes down but hovering about like a foot away from the ground. Left one is up. Right leg goes back up, and then left one goes down into hovering about a foot away from the ground. Now is good time to challenge your core with moving the breath into the belly, elevating left leg up and floating the right one down and hovering. And one more time, elevating the right leg up and then left one goes down and hovering. Both legs up and get hold of the big toes. Stretch the legs as straighter as possible. Just always keep an eye to be shy of lock to protect the knees. So straight arms, straight legs, and then since you're grabbing the big toe with the peace fingers, so some people can and some people can't. It's a little weird there. So what we're trying to do is try to grab your peace fingers in between your big toe and its neighbor and just kind of like pull it where you feel stretching between the shoulder blades, the entire length of the arms, and the backs of the legs at the same time. Tucking the chin towards the chest. Breathe. Moving the chin towards the left shoulder. And then moving the chin towards the right shoulder. And then back to the middle with the chin and slowly let go of the legs. Again, slow because you were stretching the backs of the legs also and you don't want the muscles to snap right back in since they're big and stubborn. So let's hug the knees again and find yourself into a plow pose with feet going above your head. Use the hands for leverage. Next to you with the palms down at first. And then feet are going behind the head. The first plow is never as good or deep. Well, should I say no good? Not good, good, not good. It doesn't matter. It's just not as expressed as the second one, you see. Very slowly use the arms for leverage to kind of get one vertebrae at a time, lowering until you get the tailbone on the mat. Hugging the knees, moving left and right. Get the knees with your hands and move them a little bit away from you, maybe even to a straighter position of the arms and still moving left and right. That makes it where you're massaging the lower back more. And we're gonna go for one more plow here. So plant the palms down. Elevating legs above the head and elevating the tailbone with the hips above the head and all the way. Whatever you can go. And breathe. This one is a really powerful pose for balancing the hormonal system and your mood, therefore, Also, that anything that has to do with the endocrine system. Also, psychologically, it's good for self-expression. You can choose to stay in plow or begin finding a little bit more of a leverage on the shoulders towards each other and arms towards each other, and maybe place the arms on the spine, in the middle of the spine, as you're elevating your legs and feet into shoulder stand. And breathe. Notice its name is shoulder stand and not neck stand, so make sure that most of the weight is in your shoulders. If you have to push the elbows in towards the ground, do it. And from here, bending the knees, one vertebra at a time, slowly lowering. If you feel like going through another plow, do that. If not, exiting. Very, very slow. Use the hands and the arms to help you get out of the pose. Eventually, find yourself in hugging the knees again. Hug the knees real good. Spacing out the shoulder blades. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Breathe. Elevating legs again towards the sky. And then moving them towards the left. Keep them down with the left arm. Right one goes behind. Twisting the rib cage quite a bit here, so you want to force the breath in all the way down. What was your intention from the beginning of the class? Repeat it 3 times in present time, please. Looking at the right hand if you haven't done that. And then let's look towards the feet and the left hand. Full breath. Inhale yourself back into feet up towards the sky. And then drop them towards the right. Straighten legs here. Left arm in the opposite direction, looking at it. Look towards the feet or towards the right hand. Where is the breath? And inhale, feet towards the sky. Once again, last time, moving left and right. Massaging the lower back. Kind of like a grandpa's clock, but upside down. Okay, definitely have some imagination there. And let's grab the whole of our big toes with peace fingers, and this time in a happy baby. So bend the knees on your two sides and move left and right, tucking the chin. And when you're ready, relax the legs, straighten away from you with the feet, or maybe feet together and knees apart. And move the shoulders underneath you, tucking the chin. Palms are up towards the sky. Begin relaxing the entire body, preparing for our final pose, Shavasana. That's the most important pose in the entire practice, as it seals the practice and it teaches our body's perfect body alignment. And while we're in Shavasana, we're going to do brief meditation and some breath work. We're going to begin with the breath work, getting the whatever hand, pointer finger and thumb, and close the nostrils, both of them. So we're going to inhale through the left, of course open it first. Inhale through the left nostril, and then close the left nostril, exhale through the right nostril, and then inhale from the same. Close, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. And then remove your hand from the equation and begin breathing with full breath. And then normalize the breath as how you're doing it on a daily. Just completely let go and forget about the breath into the belly and all that. Just breathe normally and begin concentrating on relaxing all the body parts, starting from the bottoms of the feet. Relax the bottoms of the feet and the tops of the feet and the toes and the ankles and calves and knees, thighs, sitting bones and hips, abs and chest. Relax the shoulders and arms and hands and fingers, the throat and neck. Relax the eyes and the jaw. Focus on your breath. Don't force it in all the way to the belly or to the heels or whatever. Just notice it. Where is it? Observing its entrance through the nostrils. Where is it going? Keep observing it like you can see it almost. Maybe not almost, maybe you can see it actually. Coming in and then coming out. Observing it coming through the nostrils, the tip of your nose. Breath goes in, breath goes out. Breath goes in. Maybe there is a little stopping point as it returns back out. Maybe there is a little stopping point once it's out before a new breath comes in. Just like ocean waves, breath comes in and goes out. Breath comes in, breath comes out, like waves. Begin moving
fingers and toes, maybe a few ankle rolls. Stretch real good the ankles away from the hands. And find your way to one side, left or right. Into a fetal position. Use the top arm to lift yourself up. With a strong, straight spine. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. Hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.